All right, guys, welcome back to this Google Ads session day 3. In this session, we're going to talk about some further stuff as compared to the last session. In the last session, we have talked about like how to create Google Ads account, and we have seen further more about it, all the stuff. So anyone know that what we have taught last time, like what we have discussed basically? Anyone quickly? Let's go ahead.
To sum up last week, we learned about ad group, ad campaign, campaign structure. Then campaign structure has ad group and ads inside it. You gave example with laptops, followed by you showed us a campaign in a fast manner. Like this is how it will go inside. So you said like you will teach in detail how to set up in a proper way. For now, you gave an overview.
Absolutely. Yes, that's what I've told in last session. And today's topic is all about the extension of the last one. So we're going to see that how to create a campaign. And also it includes a lot of things to just to not create a campaign, because when we go and create campaigns, now we have to face many things inside it. So before facing that, let's learn that what will come on front. So what I'm trying to say, let me just show you my other screen. If it is ready, let me just switch it quickly for you. Mhm. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just sharing my other screen. Okay, so I'll try to show you how to create. So our first campaign type would be a search campaign. Of course, we're gonna practice search campaign. Under the search campaign, we are definitely going to see a lot of things right now. Those who are really new to this Google Ads thing, and you will find a lot many things going around here and there. And to do that, we have to fulfill few things. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our very first campaign today. Let's go ahead. So I'm clicking here in plus icon, clicking on new campaign. Okay. Now you will see one thing. Yes. Okay. So there are multiple objectives: sales, leads, web traffic, product, brand consideration, brand awareness, app installs locally. So just now you guys tell me, uh, our objective is right now to generate sales from our e-commerce website. So what should be the objective then?
Sales.
Sales, of course. So we're going to click on sales, and moment you just hover your mouse over here like this, it will say in campaign types consist of search type campaign, display, shopping, video, and smart discovery ads. Okay, so whenever you hover this kind of mouse cursor on a particular campaigns, you will see the campaign types available for this. Like here, search type, shopping, video type, discovery ads are available. And here only video campaigns are available. Brand awareness, we have only display and video available. App promotion, we have campaign type apps available. So there are various type of campaigns in Google Ads available for different objectives. So our objective is to generate sales right now. So we'll click on this. Okay. So
What
now
will
we
happen
have,
when we click create goals? Create a campaign without a goal guidance means what will happen?
you cannot create any kind of goal, because you are asking this, right?
Yes, yes.
you can you can, no problem. Like if you have, see, it is something that if you are very new and you don't know how to do it, because this process will guide you step by step, and you could have missed some important step if you go here straight away. Okay, because it's not a recommended way, and it will not guide you the right procedures to create a campaign. It will be like independent process, you have to create your own. But if you know in the whole process, like if you're very new, haven't practiced much on Google Ads, so it's recommended to use on the goals wise, because the moment you click it, it will guide you step by step what to do next. Otherwise, if you click on this, it will stop guiding you much, it will not guide you much. Okay, so better to just click here and come in. Clear, buddy. I hope I have got your answer.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So now you guys tell me, my objective is to show advertisement on the Google search results. So what should be my campaign type right now? It should be a display, shopping, video, smart campaign, discovery, or search kind of campaign. My objective is to, when people searching on Google, they should come, my ad should come appearing on the Google search consoles as a search results.
Search result.
Yes. So what should be my campaign type over here?
Search.
Search. Agree, guys?
What is it is based on the product, right? Search and shopping differs, no? We can take sales through both the campaign.
We can take sales from both the campaigns. That's I agree with it. But the thing is, to get just a brand promotion right now. See, shopping is something you need for images. You need a merchant center. That's a whole different topic to create a shopping ads. But initially, what you can do to generate sales from day one, only you can do is search campaign. None you can do display, none video, no smart discovery. You cannot, because it's required some images, some professionally made videos, commercial ads, and videos. Okay, but when we talk about search, it's something that you are pushing your website on URL on search queries. So you don't need anything. You just have to do some research and create search campaign. You're good to go. But you could have choose shopping ads as well. But to create a shopping ad, you need a Google Merchant Center and set up all your e-commerce product right there, and with the pricing, with the SKUs, with a lot of things which I want to tell you about furthermore, that how to create shopping ads with the help of Merchant Center and all. Okay, so how to do it, it's a different process. So it is something little complex, but if you are a very new brand, if someone is looking for that kind of service, like it could be any service apart from e-commerce. If someone asks, like he's looking for a rental apartment and you are a kind of a property dealer and you provides property in your area, so you can start running ads for your own self. Okay, ads for your own self, like those people who are searching properties nearby become a broker then. Okay, so you can start running search campaigns. So those people who are searching 2 BHK flats and 40 lakh rupees, something like that, you can create your own website and start doing search campaign. It will be helpful. So we're going to click on this search campaign right now. Okay, the moment we click on our search campaign, let me just click it up.
So before creating any campaign, we should know which goal type, which campaign type would suit for the business, in which stage they are. We should analyze and we should click this, right?
Absolutely, yes. But
Okay.
generally, we start from the search campaign, because search is one of the highest result driven approach in this whole Google Ads, because search is something that when people search, then only it appears, and rest of the campaign is something that if they don't search it, still it will appear, like in YouTube, like in other ways. You must have seen it, right? In YouTube, you don't search for anything, but still while watching a video, it shows something, your related interest videos, correct?
Yes.
So that we will talk later about it, but as if for this brand right now, we are going to create a search campaign. Whenever people are going to search on Google search, our ad should appear. Likewise, we have done it for last time. Remember VPN, we have done for VPN service. How many of you remember we have done a VPN service last time? Like suppose if I go here and write VPN, it's supposed to show me a lot of advertisement, but today for some reason it's not showing ads. Okay, but there was some lot of ads was coming on that day. So that was one example. Let's not bother about it. Let's go ahead and create a search campaign today. Okay, now let's come down below, and now you have another option to reach your goal. It's saying what your channel would be to reach your goal. Is it your phone calls? It is store visits, it's app downloads and website visits. So now you guys tell me, you have a e-commerce website or you have a service portal. What do you want from here? Is it you want a straight phone calls, or if you want a website visit, you can have it. I think website visit would be a better option, all of it, right?
Phone call, it's like call only ads set up here, or for what kind of
Call only.
purpose?
When the
Okay.
person clicks on ad, directly it comes on dialer, right?
Yes, it will be like the moment they click on it, there will no website open. It will straight open your dialer and it's good to call. It's a straight phone
And
call feature.
one more doubt: the store visit where it will take?
Location,
Okay, physical location. Okay.
store location, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to set your Google My Business account and all that. You have to set it up, and it will work. But basically, we don't use it because our ultimate goal should be when people searching query, we have to cater immediately. There is two ways to cater immediately. One is from phone call, other is from our website. Because store visit, it will take some time because they have to visit it, they have to talk, discuss, see the product, and then will buy. Instead, why not let's push it like from the phone calls and a website, and they will when they straight talk from phone to or show up on a or they check our website catalogs, they will highly targeted audiences and they will likely to convert very fast, right? So we will use the website visits as of now. Cool. Okay, so let's create and let's give the website name over here. So let me just provide my website. Okay, I'm just giving an example right now. Start new one. Actually, I was creating a one campaign. It was showing in a draft error. So see, I have created as a sales goal. That's why it is showing as a step-by-step process, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be a super easy thing for you to maintain it. Okay. Now it's asking for the campaign name. Let's see and what I'm going to sell it today. And I will sell today sports shoes. Fair enough. We'll go for sports shoes campaign. Now, important area about here. I have discussed about some networks when I started the Google Ads series. On very first day, I've discussed about some networks and partners. How many of you remember? You have Google AdSense, right? Google AdSense.
Google Partner Network. Few website you mentioned,
Yes. So
like Facebook Audience Network.
Facebook Audience Network, Google AdSense Network. So what is it all about? So the thing is, if you like see when we're creating a search ad, we by default it is on the search, and this network will be turned on. Like one is this one search network, another one is display network. Display network is your YouTube area where people will see the advertisement of your particular run. So like suppose you are running advertisement for shoes on Google search console only, which is for search only ads, but this particular option will also push it on search network. Okay, search network on some different partner websites, like you're saying, including search partners. Okay, those who have enabled the Google AdSense accesses on their website, they're also going to see our advertisement. But our motive is to just show advertisement right below on the search result of the Google, not for the other website. Okay, if you think that your brand is not resonating with that idea, disable it. I don't think, because if I were the person who want to sell my sports shoes brand, what I will do, I will disable this for some reason. You know why I will disable it? Because I want highly super targeted audiences. If someone is searching on Google search, I want traffic from there, not from those websites who is partnered with the Google. I'll disable this. I will disable this option as well. I don't want any traffic comes from YouTube advertisement or display advertisement as a banner or as any kind of a video format. So I'll disable this. So by default, it will be turned on. Sometimes it really helps you to generate conversions, but it totally depends. Again, you can do A/B testing. You can try with this on and off. But in my cases, majoritarily, I make this turned off. And if I have to show this in particular networks, I create a separate campaign and test it whether it's working or not. Because this particular thing will also consume your money little fast. So you can disable this. Okay, it's up to you. So as if now I'm just disabling it. So because I want traffic highly targeted from search queries only. Okay. All right. So let's go down below. So we have some start and end dates thing, like similar to our Facebook. Like if you have a starting date, you can do it. You have a weekly campaign, you can provide the dates and all. That's it. But let's say I have no end date right now. I'm just putting as none. Start date is today. Campaign URL. So it is something that it is helpful for tracking. Okay, and majority people is not tracking because it's something really advanced, and you can leave it as if now. Okay, campaign URL option, when you use like big data analytics tools, it will require to track it, and UTMs we have to add it like custom parameters and all. It is something that you'll not able to understand as if now. Okay, it is, you can just leave it like this. Okay, it's an optional thing. Now you have a dynamic search setting. Now what is this? Very interesting, a dynamic search. Okay, just have a look on the right side. It's pretty self-explanatory again. DSA is a target relevant searches automatically based on your website when the headlines automatically customized with the people actually searches. So that is understood. Dynamic search settings are like, see, use Google index of my website. So what do you think? They like, whenever people gonna search it, what will happen? It will show on the top, like above four patterns,
Yeah.
correct? Yes. So again, it's something that you have to play with it. Okay, again, it's something that there is a lot of option. You are use URL and page feed only. The URLs feed Google index my website and page feed only. But usually we don't use it. It is by default set on use Google index of my website. So we leave it as it is. We don't change it, this particular dynamic search ads, because it will change your placements of particular advertising. So your link appears on the top, and it will, if you do change something, your links will be like comes on the between and sometimes on the very last of the web page. It happens sometimes. So I don't use it personally. Dynamic search ad settings, I don't use it because I have never seen some good results coming in. In fact, it's ruined my budget as well sometimes. So I don't use dynamic search ad settings. Okay. Now let's go here. Let's go for the ad scheduling. All of us know what is ad scheduling. You can check on the days from Monday to Friday. You want to run it Saturday to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All the days you have it. You can click on it. I want to run from Saturday to Sunday. It's a weekend ad, or I want to run all day long. Okay. Now I have the time on time slot what I want to run it. Like suppose my particular ad should run from 5:30 from the morning to let's say 10 o'clock, like let's say 11 o'clock, 11:45. I think that's the best time. People will be awake, and after that they must be sleeping. So I want to run advertisement that time when the people are actually awake, not while sleeping. I can save some money on here. Okay, that's the first portion as finished up. Now we are on, here is targeting and an audiences. So we have this all countries and territories. Don't select this. Your budget will be finished in seconds again if you select this. Okay. Don't select this option. You have to select this, enter location options, or you have this enter location. You can click here. If you have a postal code, you can write it like this kind of postal code. You have it, just write it and it will take it directly right here. Okay, if you don't have postal code, you can give the location, like I just want to show advertisement in Delhi particularly. Okay, Delhi, and so on. I can go for Uttar Pradesh. Okay, like this I can add it quickly. So it is also showing the reach, the particular kind of reach you will get from each campaign. We have 3 crore 57 lakh of reach here, and Uttarakhand we have reach like this. So this is how it is calculated based on the behavior of AI. So don't worry about it. Now here is the fun fact: languages by default it is in English. Now, do you know why it is default in English? A very simple answer is that.
So ads are
Language
English
used
only.
all over the world.
Yeah, because ads itself will appear on English, and Google is making sure that whatever your ads are coming to those audiences only, those who are able to read it. Otherwise, like if you are showing ads to those areas or to those people who are not familiar with the English, even they don't speak much, even they don't know how to read it, because Google understands that this person is really struggling to understand the web page. He's not able to find the navigation and all because it's an English blog. So Google is pretty smart on that way. So he can segregate the audiences, those who know pretty well about English, like they can at least read it. So by default, it should be English unless and until you are running advertisement for Hindi brand, then you can go for Hindi. Otherwise, by default, we use it English across the world. because English is the only best communication language right now in the world. All right, let's come down here. So it's by default in English. Now we have audiences option right now, and this is something that you can use it, but to be honest, we don't use it on keyword search based campaign. It is not a mandatory thing, it's a optional right now. Okay, but you can use it. So this is the observation recommended. Don't narrow to reach campaign with the option of adjust bids and all. Okay, so it is something that you can find it. If you remember, guys, we did some audience targeting in Facebook ads as well, where we have provided interest, right? Where we provided interest on while searching.
Yeah.
It is similar to like that. So if we go to the browse and we click here, affinity, what their interest and habits. Now we have the similar thing like here. So those who are into shopping, let's come here, click here down below, you will see thing. Those who are luxury shoppers, if you are running for advertisement for luxurious brand like a jewelry brand, diamond brand, you can click here. If you are running ads for those people who like a hotel industry, like five-star hotel and all, so you can click, you can use this option because it will target highly targeted those options, those who are interested in the like this kind of luxury shopping and all. Of course they will be rich. So if you click on this, it will show you the impression. You can get it 10 billion to 1 trillion of databases, which is huge impressions again in India itself. In English type, all types related audience, it will cover like from the handbags to wallet, briefcases, leather goods, and watches. And do you think all these materials are super luxury, right? Handbags, wallets, and briefcases are like super luxurious thing to have it for some person, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, and also you can see this. There is a YouTube categories as well. Actually, Google is pretty smart. When you create your own YouTube channel now, so you will get to know whenever the moment you create your YouTube channel, YouTube will ask you on which category your videos are in. So ask you just because of this, so they can utilize your data to sell it in Google Ads. So if you have said that you are a tech YouTuber, if you have selected as you created video on sleepwear, handbags, so it will identify you and it will create your separate grouping. So that's how it says like those YouTubers have a handbag and purses, niches, and they're creating videos on the basis of it. So YouTube is pretty smart and Google is pretty smart. They are collaborating like this. Okay, so we can select this option again for to target our audiences. But as if now in search campaign, I will not select this. Okay, I'm not going to use audience targeting because it's something that Google AI will perform all the thing. But why to depend on Google if you know how to super laser target your audiences? Okay, so we'll see in a moment. I'm gonna clear it and I'm not going to use it as of now. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. Now let's come down below. Now we have a budget and bidding option. So we are putting 500 rupees a day of a budget on this campaign. You can like put any number. Sometimes I put like this 512 or 513, some random number. Okay, I don't give round figures. I always give my budgets in this way: 513, 413, 798, something like that. Okay, it's my habit to give it, and I feel that sometimes it's good because Google is somewhat you know thresholding your limit as well according to your budgets and all. It happens because Google, you're using a lot of AI in order to control your budget spending on right way and everything. So it's better to use odd numbers and always at the end. Now let's come to the biddings right now, and bidding is having our different topic. Okay, we can discuss lot many things on the biddings right now, but as if now I just want to show you that we have a multiple bidding option. One is conversions, conversion value, other optimization option from clicks and impression share. Okay, so we have base majoritarily this one, conversion value and conversions. So by default your bidding would be on conversions if you are running search ads, so let it be your conversion as a default one. Okay, now you have seen one thing, that there is a one more checkbox which says set a largest, or sorry, target cost per action. So what it says in conversion ad, what will happen, let me tell you. If suppose 500 rupees you have put it right now in as a budget, and suppose there is a average cost per click is 7 rupees and highest cost per click is 50 rupees. And of course, I cannot afford 50 rupees because my daily budget is 500 and this is a huge click base. If I want to stop it, and if I want to say that I can hardly spend 10 rupees on each click, I don't want to spend more than that. So I will click on it, and it will say like this would be this. Wait a second. Yeah, target CPA. So anyone knows what is CPA? Have you used before CPA in Facebook? We have CPA as well.
Cost per acquisition.
Optimization delivery, right? So
Yes, yes, it is used for the optimizations. Yes.
yes.
So,
So
so it
we
is
can set
something that, yes, it is something that, see, what is target CPA? It is not that what I was thinking. It is not a maximize click strategy. It is something else. It is target CPA. Suppose my product is 500 rupees each costing, and I'm getting results at 300 rupees, and I'm watching it closely from last 1 week. My Google ads are running, and I'm seeing that my cost per lead is 300 rupees, and I'm thinking that I can make it little more better, and I want to reduce it. So what I will do, I'll come here, I'll give that my target cost per acquisition and cost per action should be under 250. So the moment I put this 250 mark, Google will try to get all the clicks as in order to get your lead done in 250 rupees, not more than that. So it is something that you are telling Google that my cost per action is 250 rupees, and please help me out to close this deal. Okay. Now Google is have a full control that how much he wants to spend on each click. You're not still stopping him. Okay. Now this is a target CPA, and if you disable this, there is no limit. Google can test it anything. Okay. You have given 500 rupees. Now Google can use whole 500 rupees to bring one leads, or even not even a single lead, or zero results. Same possibilities here as well. Right, Saurabh, what do you think? Have I shared right thing?
yes, actually, one more thing. So see, key on we have cost on per keyword, right? Like 10 rupees, 15 rupees, right?
Yes.
So why then Google will charge like 500 rupees then if they are telling like 15 rupees cost per lead is there?
See, a very first thing is the moment you give daily budget, first thing, if Google thinks that he can bring a lead, he sometimes go beyond your daily budget. You have noticed, right? Suppose you are given 500 rupees, you can spend 600 as well, 700 sometimes. But the cost CPA strategy is something that you are telling Google that my average conversion is happening at like 300 rupees, and I'm watching it very closely, but I want to reduce it, and I want to get it at rupees 250. So I'll click here, and I'll tell Google that, okay, now this is my cost per acquisition as per my average previous uh, previous data as a conversion Google ads, and I want leads under this. So Google will try to only show ads that time to those people who is highly likely to convert. And now this is his headache that he can bring 250 lead for 250 rupees or not. But yes, of course, it's a not a super straight strategy, to be honest, because it requires 100 conversions at least. Okay, at least it requires 10 to 15 conversions, or if you have 100 conversion data, it's fine. That's why we don't use this right now. Okay, if you are using fresh campaign like this right now, okay, you are using fresh campaign like this, so don't use it, because Google only can help you on behalf like on this campaign CPA strategy if you have enough data to analyze. Google don't know about your brand right now. Okay, the moment they will start sending the traffic, people will start checking out, people do start add to cart, they will now notice, okay, now how your audience are behaving on your website. Then only they will say, okay, now we are good to go, and I can help you to bring more customers similar to them. Then only you get it. Otherwise you don't have any, like suppose you just got one or two conversions, and on the basis of it you are saying, okay, my average cost per acquisition cost is 350 rupees, let's make it 350 here. No, it will not work. It requires at least 15 to 20 conversions. If you get it 15-20 conversions, then only Google will understand, okay, I have 15-20 conversions in previous history, so I can analyze and I can work on the basis of it, and then I can help you on target CPA. Otherwise, if you don't have data as a conversion, leave it. For a fresh
Okay.
campaign, leave it. Got it?
Yes.
And it is super important question, guys, because people get confused that, and the major mistake, let me tell you, I'm here in Google from long time. Like the major mistake people are doing, they are capping everything. They are so scared about this Google thing. Of course, see, the Google take your money for very first time, because Google consume more money in the initial days. After some stability, it will like get stable, and it will not much consume much more money. Okay, so people do mistakes on daily budgets. They don't set daily budget. Sometimes people set like this, 100 rupees budget. Buddy, 100, if you spend like 100 rupees budget, no, Google will never able to understand what's your brand is all about, because Google is also doing their own experiments at the back by using your own money. Okay, so you have to give some space to breathe. Google also needs some space to breathe. That's why they consume more money in very beginning. So give them space, like 513, whatever is your capability. Okay, bidding strategy should be conversion. As I told you, don't change it right now. Okay, and also don't change it unless and until you have 20 conversions. You can do it after that. Okay, and you think that you don't want to do it. Here is another option: select a bid strategy directly, not recommended. Again, Google saying it's not recommended. You have a lot of options. Let me just show you: target CPA, target ROAS, maximize clicks, maximize conversion value, target impression share. So what I do generally, I do this: maximize clicks. Okay, this would be my first thing. I'll don't use conversions, because the moment I choose conversions thing, Google will drink my whole money like in seconds. Like it can exhaust quickly, but I don't want it. The first thing I want, maximum people should should visit my website. In order to do that, I have to click in maximize clicks. Okay, and here I'm saying my cost per click shouldn't go more than 10 rupees. I'm getting it. If I'm investing 500 rupees a day, and I'm saying that I'm able to pay you maximum 10 rupees out of like suppose highest click is going for 50 rupees, but I don't want to be in this click. There are few people, those like me, who are competing in the market. Let it be. I have no money right now, and I want to be very go slow. So I'll click on maximize clicks, set the maximum cost per click bid limit, and I will say, okay, my cost per maximum click I can pay is for 10 rupees right now. Okay, so in 500 rupees, how much I can how many clicks I can get it? Do you have any idea of it? Of course, like 50, I guess, right? 50 clicks. So every day I can get it 50 clicks maximum. It is all about maximum. It's not that every time someone clicks, you will get charged 10 rupees. It's not. Sometimes it's rupees, 6 rupees, 7, 8, 9. But Google is thinking that yes, it is time to use your maximum click limit, which is 10 rupees. It will utilize. I am giving authority to Google. So you can go up to 10 rupees, not more than that. Now, this campaign from right this moment, it is in my total control. People are doing this mistake. They're putting on conversions. It's fine to have a conversion. Okay, there is no problem. But the thing is, right now in market, people coming with the very less budget in the Google ads, and we do a lot of experiments until till the bring with results. Clients always start panicking and says like, we haven't got any sales, so that's why we are leaving you, and Google ads not working in our business. Why to do that? Instead, get more clicks, get more people on board on your website, let them see what you are into. So click here, maximize clicks, and click here, give your average cost per click, how much you can able to spend on each click. In my case, I can give 10 rupees for each click. So that's what my strategy is right now. This is for the super fresh campaign. We have multiple bidding strategies, guys. One is target CPA, target cost per action. One is a target ROAS. Okay, if you have a ROAS, again, to get the ROAS, target ROAS, you have to understand that if Google doesn't have any data, you cannot use this technique. Maximize clicks is something, it doesn't require any data. Google will try to bring more customers, and it will try to show those audiences, those who likely to click on your advertisement. That is the whole purpose. And within the budget, very important. Target ROAS can go beyond your budget. Target CPA can go beyond your budget, but maximize clicks can be always be in your budget. it is clearly mentioned as well. Get the most clicks within your budget. Okay, if you have a lower budget. Now maximum conversion, guys. Same strategy like clicks, but have a different approach. Maximum conversion value. If you have a conversion value of 240 rupees, you can give it. We'll do a separate exercise. At what time we must use automated bid strategy, manual bid strategies. Okay, now we have a manual CPC as well. Okay, if you don't want maximize clicks, don't want maximum conversion, target impression share, click here, manual CPC, simple. Okay, you don't want to do maximize clicks, simple. The thing is, the moment you give this authority, see the above six thing, these are three type of bidding strategies here. All these strategies are automated. It is AI based. Okay, this is Google artificial intelligence based automation approach. But now this is a manual bid strategy. You have two things right now. Either you want to do it your own way, like by going with a manual cost per click, controlling every little things and wait for the results, or you want to rely on Google AI smartly. If you want to play smartly with Google AI, I'll recommend you to use maximize clicks, because it will bring a lot of clicks on your website very fast within your budget, and you will see it is also converting. But the thing is, the moment you click on manual CPC, Google will say now it's your headache. Now I'm not going to see those who are coming or not. I will just put you on auction on the same league where other 100 and 1,000 people are waiting like you, same in the row. I'll put it there, and I don't care even that you're getting click or not. My job is just to show your presence there, not to track you what's the behavior and all. So it will not do it. So better to give this maximum clicks. Okay, do this, and you can play around. So how many of you have already used maximize clicks manual CPC? Any of you? Anyone have used so far? No one. Okay, cool. All right, so you are going to use it. So if you are not yet used, use this maximize clicks approach, or else you can use this what we say, our manual CPC approach. I'll always recommend you again to go with the maximize clicks, because if you have a Google AI support, you will always feel supportive. Otherwise, in this case, you will find multiple scenarios, multiple problems, like your impressions are not coming, no people are not clicking to the website, your ad is not getting spent, not getting enough data to analyze, not having a right quality score. Lots of problem with that. Again, if you are pretty good on Google Ads, you know how the things works, then you can play with the manual CPC game for sure. It is not a problem. But again, if you are very new, super new, click on maximize clicks, leave it. Okay, that's my recommendation to you. Let's come below down here. We have further optimization option.
Actually, I want to ask that we can put 1 rupees also in maximize click, CPC bid limit, or it should be 10 rupees.
You can put it 1 rupees. There is no problem. But the thing is, suppose average cost per, we haven't selected keyword right now yet. Agree, guys? We haven't selected any keyword. We are just playing with the settings. When we go for the keywords and we check right now what we are selling sports shoes, correct? We will see what is the average cost per click, what is average CPC of sports shoes keyword. If our keyword costing is 6 rupees, 7 rupees, if we put maximum cost per click is just 1 rupees, what will happen? Can you tell me what will happen? If your average cost per click is coming 6 rupees in Google Ads, but you are saying I'm just able to give you 1 rupees cost per click, what will happen?
We lose our 1 click.
You will not get even 1 click, because Google will not show your ads to anyone, because they will only allow you have a minimum auction amount. The minimum auction amount is 6 rupees. And the moment we will do a keyword analysis, you will see that how we are finding average cost per click, now how we are getting maximum cost per click. On the basis of it, we can decide, okay, in our shoes industry, the average cost per click is 4 rupees and it is going up to 40 rupees. So on my business, I can spend maximum 11 rupees on a click. So I can pay that. So this is my willingness. Okay, that's how you have to take decisions, not straight like, can we get for 50 paisa? Can we get it for 1.5 rupees? Can we get for 2.5 rupees? No, you cannot take decision like that. to take decision what should be your maximum CPC bid limit should be, we will do keyword analysis. Now, if we have talked about keyword analysis, it's time to do some keyword analysis right now. Are we up for keyword analysis, guys? Let me know in the chat. Are we up for keyword analysis? Let's do quick keyword analysis for Google search campaigns. Shall we go ahead? All right. So let me just show you quickly. Click on the settings bar over here, tools. Okay, click on tools. Now on the planning section, very first section, click on keywords planner. Get it? I'm gonna click it. Now open a new tab. Now you are going to get all the answers right now. So I have already searches few many things. Okay, so we have two options right now. Very first options you're gonna see on the front of screen. One is discover new keyword, get search volume and forecasts. Okay, if you are pretty new to your business, you don't even know that what kind of people are searching right now to your relevant products. Recommendation is to click on discover new keywords. Google will help you out to understand, to make you understand that in your business, what kind of people are actually searching, what kind of queries are actually being searched on Google Search Console, so you can use it. Okay. The other side, if you know already about your keywords and you just want to know that what is going to be my forecast, like suppose my keyword is sports shoes. I know my keyword is my sports shoes. If someone is searching sports shoes, I just want to check what is the search volume and what is the forecast. So I'll go here. So let's not go here and there. Let's click here on first discover new keyword. Okay. Now this is the pop-up option. You have two options right now. You can start with the keywords or you can start with the website. And the keywords, you have to give few keywords to Google to tell them that in my business, I use these kind of words. Please bring me those results, those who are actually searching on Google search and also running the ads, similar people. On the right, if you don't know about your keywords, you are pretty new and you don't want to give any kind of keywords, just give your website name. Google will tell you that what kind of a keywords you should use it and what kind of people keywords are using it. Shall we go ahead and see that how it works? Shall we?
Yes.
All right. So in this, see here the limit is 10. I can up to add 10 keywords, but even you get just one keyword, it will help you out very easily. So my keyword is sports shoes. Fine. I'll click on get results. I want this analysis right now. Cool. Pump. Now this is something very impressive on your front of guys. Now I have all the keywords right now. It is something that you have seen it on SEMrush. If you are into SEO and all, you must be using a lot of tools like SEMrush, Href and all to get the keyword average monthly searches, competition, impression, click-through rate and all. But you can also use your keyword planner as well for your SEO requirements. If you are searching for keywords, what kind of keyword you should use on blogs, you can use this. You will find what exactly people are searching. Okay, in the first row, you have average monthly searches. Second row is about the competition. Third is ad impression share. Fourth is top of bid lower range. Okay. Now, fifth is highest range of the bid. Let's see here. I have searched for sports shoes right now. And in India, see, here is the location. If you want to go very specific by country, by state, you can go ahead. As if now I have selected India. So it is in India. My language is English, and where I am using Google, only Google. It means those people are actually searching. I'm not involving those people who are using Google AdSense in the website. Be careful. I'm not involving them. I just want those people who are actually searching on Google search, not somewhere else. That will be a mixed data again. Be specific. Okay. Now here is the game. You have to be very sure, because this is the very, very important process which will rely on like you can get results or not. Because if you don't do right keyword analysis, you will fail in Google Ads. Super fail. Okay. So you have sports shoes, average monthly searches from 100K to 1 million. Competition is super high. Now, top bid, lowest people are giving is 1.29 paisa, and another one is 6 rupees 02 paisa. Maximum is 6 rupees. Now, who asked that question? That money, I think you asked, right? Can we do 1 rupees?
No, we can't.
Of course not, because we have lowest is 1 rupees to 29 paisa. So our lowest should be 2 rupees, or maybe 1 rupees, like at least 1.5. Okay, to meet this. And what will happen if we are paying 10 rupees in this keyword? What will happen, guys?
They will charge maximum 6, right? Last.
No, they will not charge maximize, because see, it is clearly saying that the minimum is going 1.29 and maximum is 6 rupees. So
In between.
you are already telling Google in this case that, hey Google, I'm going to pay 10 rupees. It's fine. Bring me on the top. I don't know. Bring me on the top. I'm paying you more, and I have seen that your average is 6 rupees. I'm able to pay 10 rupees. That's fine. So if you do that, your chances will come on the top is super high. And also Google will not charge 10 rupees every time, because Google knows that you are the right person and you can pay more always. But Google will not utilize your whole money every time. Sometimes it will deduct 7 rupees, sometimes it deduct 5 rupees, sometimes 8 rupees, but it will be on under 10 rupees, of course. All right, so let's do some in-depth keyword analysis right now. As I told you that I'm targeting a keyword for my store to get sport shoes buyer. So now you guys tell me what should be the search query should be, how to select right kind of keywords, because there are 1448 keywords right now. It's insane. I cannot use all the keywords. This will be super stupidity right now. Okay, I have to be super specific what kind of audiences I have to cater. Now you
But
guys tell me.
as per you know that Nike is very well known brand. So still their top of page bid is only 7 rupees. How come like that? Like their search volume is also high.
Yes. See, the thing is, if your monthly searches are high, like 1 million, 100K, your cost per click would be low. First thing, because if there are a lot of people, there are a lot of competition, your cost per click will be low. But suppose let's go to some other brand, like in the sports industry, many people are there. If I give you some other industry,
Adidas.
yeah, Adidas, of course, Adidas is a brand and they have a lot of brands. Specific majority they playing in the sports, then perfumes, then other stuff like t-shirt, garments and all. But the thing is, like, actually they are very big, right? And the audiences are also big. The moment the audiences are very wide, your cost per click and cost will be go down, because there are a lot many people who cater. They will not charge much more. But if the audience are very less, let's say less than 1 lakh, less than 10 lakh, then you will see cost per click is super high. Let me just show you another, uh, apart from
Here
sports
it is
shoes.
given here ASICS running shoes. Their top of page bid is 30 rupees.
Yeah, so yes, these are something different one. ASI running shoes. This must be something else. And the highest. Okay, let me just show you what is the highest bid here. The highest bid here is,
You can add a filter.
yeah. Let me just quickly show you highest one. Can you just imagine this bid? 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees for each click. Okay, so this is something Adidas can pay for just one click. At Adidas athletic shoes. This is a highly super targeted keywords. No one can afford this kind of bidding in the market. Only Adidas can. Getting it? And they see how much the audiences are. Only 100 to 1,000. That's it. Only 1,000 people are searching in India
And they
about
are
this
paying
keyword,
10,000 rupees.
and they are ready to pay 10,000 rupees, from starting from 2 rupees to
To
10,000 rupees.
10,000.
Insane, right? So that's why they're Adidas. They can afford it, and the single cost of the shoes must be somewhat near to 50,000 or 40,000. Because it's the athletic shoes, not any normal shoes. 40,000 to 35,000 for sure. If they are getting that particular customer, they can pay 10,000 rupees straight, right? They don't. Why they are losing it? Because if they're paying 10,000, they can get 35,000 rupees product sold. So why not? What's the big deal? Getting it? So I think this is the best example. I don't have to change the keyword, because this bid is pretty high already. 10,563 is already a high bid, and no one can bid near to that in India right now in sports.
So first we can do keyword research and then go for Google Ads bidding, right?
Absolutely, yes. So the moment I was just showing you, because we was pretty confused at this time, that what should be our cost per click, what should be the maximum cost per click I should credit, because I
10
don't know
rupees.
what should be cost per click. So I given you idea, I can go for the 10 rupees. Now can you just tell me, can I put 10 rupees? See, here is another filter here. Let me just show you. On your right, there is a refine keywords option. You can click here. There is one branded keyword. There is non-branded keywords. There are a few brands. So if you are using branded keywords, of course, cost per click would be super high. See all here. There is called Adidas is super high. Zero Shoes is high. Adidas again. Lot of already a market covered by Adidas and Reebok. And those who are using Adidas name, they have to pay 100 rupees for a click. And even this is the lowest click, 23 rupees. You're getting it. So this is something that's super expensive. So if your brand is not resonating with the brand like Adidas and all, and you are super new, don't use this name. I'll not recommend you. Why? Okay, let's come to the business. People are searching for Adidas shoes. Why you are showing your ad? Why you are trying to become a supercharger in the game? Don't show advertisement there, because they are big players. They can afford big money, and they can kill your advertisement by ruining your budget. You have only 500 rupees a day to spend. They are paying 10,000 rupees just for a click. So how you can survive? So better don't use branded keyword. Major thing. Okay, don't use branded keyword if you are not big. So let's disable the branded keyword as if now. Okay, now what will happen? Okay, we have disabled the branded keyword. Now we have very regular keywords right now. Let's just have a look. Sega shoes company, sports loop, barefooted running, track star shoes, Furo sport shoes. Okay, now can you tell me that these keywords will be helpful or not for our running to target our audiences? It would be helpful or not?
Yes.
Okay, what if I add something else like sport shoes? Let's say I want to little bit specific buy running shoes. Okay,
Yeah, running shoes, athletic shoes.
okay, this would be my target keyword. Okay, now you just have a look. People are searching for prices, Adidas number, model, pricing, all these things. Adidas eliminate X-rate shoes. These are people are searching like this. Okay, these are suggesting, because when the people are searching this, these kind of ads are appearing. Okay, and this is the one way of getting the keywords. And I can give you another way. Let me just show you. I told you there is another way. With start with a website. Let's go here and let me open the Adidas website. Not Adidas exactly. Let's go for Puma sports shoes. Okay, I will open Puma website. Here is the shoes. I'll copy the URL right now. Okay, here is all the shoes brand. If I just want to have a quick check what kind of keywords I can use, I will come back here. I'll paste this URL, and here it's asked use the entire site in puma.com. No, I will say I just whatever I give you, just analyze this data. I'll click on this. On the basis of it, it will try to find the keywords that you should use it in order to promote the similar brand. Boost running shoes, impressive. Marathon trainers, great. Puma Online India, running shop. Cool, like Puma Men, buy running shoes online. Cool, this is a pretty good, right? Buy running shoes India. So like if you want to add it, now you can simply add it and create a plan. See, click here. You will start shortlisting again. Best sports shoes brand? No, I don't think so. If someone is searching, they will be willing to buy. While you do keyword researching, you have to understand the mentality of people. if people are searching, comparing that what is the best brand in India for shoes, this is not the way they are actually buying it. You have to understand. If you are someone that looking for shoes, what you will search on Google right now? Tell me. What you will search on Google if you are ready to buy new shoes?
Buy shoes for gym
Buy shoes for
workout.
gym. Okay. What else you will search?
Sports shoes under 5,000 rupees.
Sport shoes under 5,000
Buy,
rupees.
School
Perfect.
yeah,
shoes,
buy shoes.
office shoes.
Best shoes running under 500.
Best shoes, best buy shoes, best shoes under 5,000 shoes, something like that you will search, right? So let's come here. We have must be something related to that. Top 10 running shoes, buy running shoes again here. Best road running shoes again for women, I guess. This is for the women. If your shoes is for both men and women, you can target this keyword. Again, you have to understand one more thing. If I'm just let me just disable this. You see the average monthly results are varying from 100 to 1k, 1k to 10k, 100 to 1k, sometimes 10 to 100. Okay, if this is the only market where only 100 people are searching in the month, what do you think? You will get sales easily or very difficult it would be? Because only 100 people are searching throughout the India on this keyword.
It would be difficult.
Very difficult.
Difficult, right? So you should at least to jump in, because few niches are really difficult, to be honest. Okay, few niches are really difficult because if you are in B2B, B2B searches are really low. But if you are in B2C, the searches would be super high, like this shoes company. If you are in B2B, you will feel like you will see like 100 to 1k, sometimes 10 to 100 searches. Then it makes sense. Then you can go it, because B2B is super targeted audiences. But the moment you go for the B2C like shoes company, you have to make sure that your average monthly searches should be at always 1k to 10k, or at least 100 to 1k. Okay, you can go from 100 to 1k and 1k to 10k. Don't go beyond than 10k or 50k, because the moment you go for 50k and 1 million impressions, what will happen in that particular keyword? Lot many people are already like creating ads, they are done SEO, so your chances would be super low. So you have to cater the small group of people to in order to show advertisement and rank in top. Okay, you're getting it. You enter only those keywords when you have right kind of amount money in your business, otherwise don't enter. Be specific and be super highly targeted. So I just want to target these people, those who are searching for Puma Online India marathon trainers. This is something that is a very good shoes. I have checked marathon trainers. This is made for all the athletics people, those who love to run very fast and all. You can check it out. These are the very good series. If someone is searching like this, our ad should be on the top. So I think this is a very good fit for us. 100 to 1k average cost per click is 8 rupees. Like this is a top lowest bid, and it is going 60 rupees highest. So we can somewhat decide 15 rupees click or 20 rupees. It's up to us. Okay, we can set 10 rupees even. So this is what it is. So you guys getting clear that what is competition level, what is this and all? You're getting clarity here.
Can we use Puma trademark, Puma online keywords like this, their brand name?
No, you cannot use it. So if you are authorized reseller of a Puma brand, of course you can do it, no problem. But if you are not authorized reseller, you cannot. You will have to face ban, because see what will happen eventually. Fun fact:
Yes, sir.
you will face
Ads will disable, right?
you will get penalized. You will AdSense will be disabled. So what many things happen. But let's not cater this. Let's be on technical way. First thing, suppose I've noticed, I've searched on Google best shoes, running shoes on India. Now there is one Puma shoes come up, and I clicked on it. The moment I clicked, I noticed, array, there is no Puma shoes. There is something other brand. I will come back to different page. So what will happen? I immediately close the website. It will decrease my quality score again. Okay. It will also decrease my click-through rate, because click-through rate was increased because I've checked the website and came back, because bounce rate now is super high. Now Google ad will give me very poor quality score, like 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10. After some time, Google will analyze what's wrong with your ads. That's why people are not sticking to your advertisement. Google bots will analyze, then the Google person will analyze that why your particular ads is getting super low quality score. Because on an average, if your ad is pretty relevant, you should get it 4 to 7 quality score, 4 out of 10. Okay, that should be the ratio. But if your ad is not performing like simple, like not even performing better, you are doing some fraud, you will get, of course, poor quality score, which is 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Then Google person will personally analyze that. What's wrong with your account? Why you're not getting quality score? Maybe your information is wrong. They will check your website. The moment they will check your website, they will see your ads. You are writing Puma, but you are not selling Puma products. You will face immediately ban.
Exactly. Right.
So one small doubt, it's like few people like they want to show their ads when people search the competitors deliberately. So in that case, what we can do?
You can do it. You can do it. So suppose here is a one keyword, Puma runners for women. Okay, let's don't go for the average monthly searches. Okay, let's don't go here. Now here is a branded keyword here, which one is Puma. Okay, you can use it, no problem with that. You can add this keyword, and the moment people are searching, your ad will come on the top. But the thing is, in your ad, there shouldn't be mentioned name as Puma, because it's a patented name, it's a copyrighted. You don't have to use it. You can target my name, you can target any big company name like T series, everything. You can target that keyword. Google is not
But we should
stopping you to, yes, Google is not stopping you to use any search query. You can use any query. You can use Rolex watch, you can use Tag Heuer, you can use any BMW brand, anything you want to use it. But you don't have rights to show the name on your basis. Like you cannot write their brand name on your website. You cannot write the brand name on your advertisements in order to increase traffic, to create more click-through rates and all. You know, it's not right practice, and you face immediate ban even half an hour. So don't try it. It's not also recommended. Okay, so we have seen right now two methods to uh, get keywords. One is from start with the keyword method, another one is start with the website method. So you have this option. And the fun fact, if you are thinking that you want further analysis, what you can do, you can of course download it. You have the button right now on the top right, download keyword ideas as CSV Google Sheet. The moment you click as a Google Sheet, it will give me a Google Sheet ID. And now if I click here, now I think it's pretty much done, and it will give me a pop-up that the Google Sheet is done. Okay, so I have to check my drive in order to check the Google Sheet, or else what you can do, you can of course download at CSV and do it. So sometimes people find difficulty to sort things here in Google console, because it's not that super easy, again, because it sometimes looks messy. So that's why people love to download the data first, then they want to do activity. So let me show you how it looks like. Give me a new screen share option, organic keyword stats. I think this one. Which one is this? It's a different one. Oops. Is my screen visible, guys?
No.
Now it's visible, I guess.
Yes.
Now you have the data like this. You have keywords. You can just make it broad. And you see this. You have keyword here. All the keywords are here. You can see the pricing, competition level, average monthly searches, and all, like everything you have right now. And if you want to filter it out, have to take out few keywords for your this jogger shoes. Very super highly targeted audiences, those who are into jogging and all, because people are now into fitness after COVID. People are finding this kind of shoes right now. So you can use this kind of keyword, highlight here. Or in fact, don't do this practice because it's something that is still outdated. So better what I do here, I always go here and do this. So let me show you how I shortlist things. I quickly go here. I click on here. The moment I click, I see the top searches, average monthly searches here. I'll go down. Black sports shoes for men. Again, don't want it. I want jogging shoes. Okay. Let me just change the keyword settings here. Jogging shoes, make sense? Jogging shoes for men is my target audience. Jogging shoes for girls is target audiences. So do you think, guys, I should take this audiences for jogging?
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Right. So let me just take it, because see, it is super highlighted. 1K to 10K, super good keyword for my business if I am into jogging shoes business. Okay, because it's showing only 10,000 searches, which is actually correct data according to Google. People are searching this only. If you go here, you will see it is a very super broad thing. 100K plus people are searching every day jogging shoes. But what do you think? Those who are searching for jogging shoes, or those who are very specific like this, jogging shoes for men, women, girls, they are pretty much into buying. Whom pretty much into buying? The first one or the rest of the three? What do you think?
There's three.
Rest three, because we often say these are the intended audiences. What is your intention? By reading the text, you have to understand what's the intention of the buying right now. If someone is searching jogging shoes on Google search, it's not always that they are actually ready to buy. It's something that they are doing window shopping. Okay, like let me see how the jogging shoes like that. If suppose someone is want to download an image, it's not about the whole thing buying. So if the moment there's something right like jogging shoes for men, jogging shoes for women, so if I have to buy for myself, what I will do, best jogging shoes for women, like best jogging shoes for men, best jogging shoes for like fitness enthusiasts, like something like that I will write for sure. Like we have four things, like as I told you, best jogging shoes for men. Again, here is my favorite keyword, best. And if you have some keyword like including best, top, it always get higher CTRs. Okay, so you can include this. As if now I'm not taking much keyword, you have to understand you don't have to select every keyword in order to run advertisements. Don't do this practice. Come on the top, analyze it, which keyword is looking good. This above three is fine. Jogging shoes is fine. Best jogging shoes for women is fine. These are three of my one of my favorite, but I'm adding above two as well because they have the less audiences, and I'm thinking it is going to work well. And I'll not add jogging sneakers. It's not clear what they're actually searching for. Puma jogging shoes. These kind of people are searching for Puma jogging shoes. Of course, these are my competitors. I can also go there in the competition. Sports shoes for jogging. Of course, this is a good one. Jogging shoes price. Highly targeted audiences. Jogging shoes for price. Jogging shoes price, because actually people are searching what's the price. And those who are searching for price, what do you think? They will convert very fast because they are ready to buy. And actually they are comparing the price of the particular jogging shoes. Correct, guys? Am I on the same note?
Yeah, these are transactional keywords.
Absolutely. Transactional keyword has a higher intended audiences group, and they converts really fast. Okay, so as if now I'll just add few keywords, and you will see here is an option called add keywords to your create plan. The moment I'm good with it, I'll click here. Now what happened? It says it's already included your plan. Like let's say view saved keywords. After you save the keyword, where it will be go, and you have seen like there is a one status coming in plan. So it means you have already saved all these keywords. You don't have to do same exercise again. Okay, done. Now go back, check your keyword plan section on your left side. Here is a keyword plan, guys. Okay, here is a shortlisted keyword plan. If you want to create straight campaign on behalf of this keyword, you can click on the top right. You can start creating campaign from right here. Give the average daily budget and rock and roll. You can do it from here. Or else you want to save it and you want to use it as a list, you can click here. Let me just show you. It is still saving. It will take some time to get saved. So let me just take back to you where I was discussing about the setting up your search campaign. Let me just go here. Okay. Now you guys tell me what should the cost per click. We are again here in the old console. Tell me what should be the cost per click. Now you will know that what is our cost per click, average cost per click, lowest cost per click. Anyone? Not yet clear, guys. Okay. So it should be 10 rupees, because I have noticed that on 10 rupees you are going to get clicks. Okay, that's fine. Now here,
Doing the like top of page bid, then we can adjust the maximum CPC bid limit, right?
I didn't get you. Can you repeat?
Like after viewing the top of page bid, like highest page bid is if 17 rupees, then we can set maximum CPC bid limit like 10 or else 12, right? Like that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to take a call and it should be in between. Suppose minimum is 7, maximum is 70. So it's not that you have to take 60 rupees. You can go up to 10 rupees again, but you have to understand if the already highest limit is 60, you have to be closer than that. Okay. Then only you will going to in the game. Otherwise, you will be outside of the game always. So if your maximum going is 60 and minimum is 6, at least you should pay 15 or 20 rupees initially to be in the market and to have some just to get some clicks. Otherwise, you'll not get it. Okay. You can start with 10 rupees and every day you can start increasing your cost per click like 2 rupees, 4 rupees. Analyze closely your account, how much clicks you are getting. Is it quality clicks or not? Is it worth it or not? So that's a simple thing. Now let's quickly go here. Down below we have conversions. Again, conversion is something that you have to set up. It's not yet set up. So suppose you are using some e-commerce website or you are using some digital products while selling some courses for 299 rupees and you want to track it. Or let's suppose you are selling a shoes for 299 rupees. After paying, you must get it that, okay, now it is transaction is done. In order to do that, you have to set transaction. You have to click on tools and go here in conversion, set it up. But to set conversions is really it's a task. Okay, I'm not going to share you right now that how to set up conversion. I'm going to take this old conversion which I've set it right now in order to proceed ahead. Otherwise it will not allow me to go ahead. Okay, so in the later classes I will show you how to create a conversion tag using Google Tag Manager. It is under that. Okay, so don't worry about it. Now add rotation. Ad rotation is by default is optimized. Optimized is prefer best performing ads. If you have multiple ads, like you create 4 to 5 advertisement in different way, you can create it and Google AI will understand that this particular ad is working really well and it will show you. Cool. Now we have ad extension, guys. What is ad extension? Anyone using ad extension knows who knows that ad extension?
Site link extension, those links which appears like below meta description,
Yes.
like
Map extension, call extension.
Absolutely. Let me just see if we able to get some advertisement right straight. Okay, so can you guys see all this? Those who don't know, like this, here is the one. It's not an ad, but it's a website, and you can see as a meta description it is coming here. Like there is one link here, robust running shoes. There is another link here. There is another link here. Then is another link here. Now we have here is a link. So in this particular section, in this area, how much links are there? Clickable links. Like one is this big headline. Second is this.
6.
Third, 4, 5, I guess. Yeah, five links are there. Okay, so what you are creating n number of opportunities for your customer to find the right keyword and click it. So I've searched running shoes. This particular person has done tremendous good job on the SEO. So that's why the moment I write running shoes, these kind of searches are coming on the top. So what they are doing, they are showing this thing. So if my quality of my requirement is daily run shoes, so here is the daily run keyword. Okay, and just simply looked into it and I clicked it. The moment I clicked on daily run shoes, it will straight open on the daily run page and it will show me the result. So this is called a site link in the Google Ads, and you can say meta links on those like our normal website. So if you go, let's come back here in order to show you how it works. See, okay, there is a one workshop link has been created. Let me just create a new one. Here is a site link, description has to be given. Site link text. Let me see if we have some text available already. Okay, it should be 25. Okay. So let me just write daily run. This should be under 35. Fine. And recommended, it's also recommended for this. Let me just write this. Best in quality, site link 2. I don't want it. You have to provide HTTPS for sure. Otherwise, it will not work. Fine. Done, done, done. You can add up to 4 site links, guys. You have multiple options. As I told you, there is 4 site links. Okay. Here is also 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Google allows you 4 site links in order to show you one advertisement. Similarly, here is the same option. You can create up to 4 site links. It's a FAQ question as well. If someone asks you how much site links you can create up to 4. This should be the there. And also you can create more one, but by default is 4. And at least you should start with 2. Even don't have 3 or 4 site links, it's fine. You can start with at least 2. Okay, fine. Now let me just save it. You have this further options to track it. Again, this is a parameter tracking. This is something advanced stuff. Don't have to do it. Don't worry about it. It will not affect your performance. Advanced option, if you want to exclusion on times, you can select on dates in what time it should visible on the internet, on which time it's not. You can control it from right here and you can save it. The moment you save here, what will happen? Let's check the preview. Can you see it?
Necessary to control the ad?
Can you see it right now? Just a second. Can you see it? Now your ad will come on the top as a headline. Under the description, we haven't set the headline and description right now, but here is our site link, daily run, right? Here is the site link, daily run, exclusive 25% off shoes. So now you can see this ad will look like this. We haven't provided headline and description yet to our ad, but we have just created our site link, which is like this. Now, the moment we create our ad, it will look like this. Okay. Yes, you was asking some question, buddy. What was that?
Is it necessary to control our ad? Like when should it be shown to the people?
I didn't get you. Like the controlling in the sense, like what kind of controlling?
Like just now you showed now, like in the mobile, when it should be shown, the time of the ad that should be shown to the
Achha,
people.
that one. Well, it is experimental thing, but we don't practice it. You can do it. See, it depends on a niche to niche. It's a sports niche, right? I don't think if we're disabled for some hours, we will save something. I don't think so, because it's in sports. If you are selling regards of something that, let's say, food. Let me just give you an example. For a Zomato advertisement, if people are selling, sweet products, mostly people are eating sweet products at night and ordering after having dinner and all. So the moment it's already morning, your ad should be stopped. The site link should be stopped for sweets products. You're getting it? So if you are a food business owner and you're running Google ads right like that, and you want to do some certain time-based targeting and use this. So what you can do, if you are suppose created a lunch item, like suppose thali plates and some sweet items and all for afternoon. If once the afternoon is passed, your ad should be stopped for this particular extension. There should be no extension for that, like having a lunch plate and all, like something like this kind of offer should be vanished. You're getting it? What's my point is?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's depends on a niche, and we don't use it because I'm not into this kind of a time bounded niche. So it is 24/7 that we can work on it. All right. So let's go ahead, quickly finish it up. We have all few more extension, which is call out extension. Let me show you once again. We will not create a call out extension. Just a second. I'm getting a call. Just disable it. Wait. Instead, we will create call extension. This is one of my favorite. So you must have seen the moment you're writing on Google that nearby restaurants or nearby broker, there must be, along with the link, you must be getting some option for call. Their number appears down below, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to create that kind of extension, like suppose as I just showed you, what if there is a number like in this area? What if there is a number as compared to this text? So people can straight call to your store, right? And this is something that free of cost. You don't have to create separate campaign for calling. You getting it? There is an option in Google Ad Campaign, as I told you in very beginning, that you can drive traffic to website, and other thing is drive traffic to call. So people can straight call to your store. And here Google is allowing you, along with the drive traffic to your website, you can also drive traffic to your call. So it's totally depends on the person whether they want to visit your website or whether they want to call you at once. So I can give my number right here. Let me just write wrong one. Yes, thank you. So that is it. Again, it's the same things here. Save it. All right, we'll talk about the extensions more and more. The once we start practicing, this is our very first campaign. That's why I'm not talking much about the rest of the extensions required. We have a lot of extensions again. We have a separate session on the extension, but let me just finish it off. Let me just show you how it looks like. You getting it? How it looks like? It is down below. Call here. Pretty visible, right? Here is the call, is the number. In desktop, it will look like this. In a mobile phone, you have the call feature. The moment the people will search for Puma shoes, if they have some inquiry, you have a chat desk support system. If someone is there in admin store, you can give a number, click in it, and call, solve your query. It's super easy thing. And again, highly recommended to use it. Don't ignore it. Okay, now let's go for save and continue. Whew. Now this session is really intense and very long, isn't it? Like, as I told you, like Google Ads session is really intense now. I hope you guys enjoying so far and not sleeping and not getting bored, because many things are ahead, and I hope your energy is fine. Is it? If you are fine, just let me know in the chat you are fine. Type fine. Okay, this is a step-by-step process. That's why it's taking time. But I am glad that you are here with me, because people lose patience because they don't wait till this long. Because I'm glad that you are here and this watching all process from scratch. Okay, let's go ahead. It's time to create ad groups. How many of you remember that we have discussed about ad group creation in last class? Ad group is something similar to ad set in our Facebook ads. Remember, we have learned about ad set in Facebook ads. We do targeting, we do grouping. Ad group is something like that. Okay, we have type of ad group. One is standard, one is dynamic, but we will keep this as a standard right now. Don't worry, we'll get explain what's the other type of the ad group is. Keep it standard, don't change anything. It will be super helpful in your initial days to use to get Google ads. Okay, let's create this. I'm creating this ad group as a running shoes. My campaign is for shoes. Now I am creating ad group for running shoes. Now this is the product or services. If I see, there is one thing here. It's saying that get the keywords right straight from here. It is having the same option like that. But suppose I have already filtered out my keywords and I just want to paste it. So if you have saved the keyword somewhere in Google Sheet or maybe an Excel sheet, you can paste it right away, or you can add it as well. But there is no option right now to as an edit. So let me just bring that one quickly. Wait, we have these shoes here. It is still getting saved for some reason. Wait, let me just download it as CSV. The moment I download, I will get it as CSV, but then it will be super easy. And make sure you guys, you are saving all your keywords right in your best things, because your ad groups keywords are super important, and these metrics get changed every month. Okay, so if you have to check what was the last search monthly average searches, you will lose the track. These figures are dynamic. Don't rely on this figure. Okay, don't rely on this figure. This figure gets changed every month. These are monthly based search results. The moment this product go viral, it can become 1 million as well. So don't think that this is a static. Always have a track. Always save your Excel sheet somewhere in order to track that actually what happened in your campaign. You will be in total chaos if you don't able to track what is going on inside your Google Ads. Okay, now I have it. Now what I've done, I've just simply add all the keywords right here. Getting it? Got the clarity? We have done a keyword research. Now it is asking for what kind of keywords we should target, and we have simply added all the keywords right here. Are we clear, guys? If we are clear, please put CC in the chat that we are clear. We have just added keywords right now in our search campaign. Yes, totally step by step. CC for everyone. Yes, Nihar says CC. Great. Yeah, you're getting it. Cool. So we have multiple type of modifiers, again, match types we say in Google Ads. Okay, broad match, exact match, and a lot many. Okay, so we can talk about it, but as if now, and in fact I have prepared something. As I can see, the time is already past. We are taking this far for more than like 1.5 hours, but okay, let me just finish this off. But I'm damn sure I'm going to cover on the next class super important things, how to focus, how to optimize all this thing together. So that's why I'm just keeping it separate. As if now, for your information, we have created a campaign from scratch. We are just creating ad group. Under the ad group, we are creating keywords right now. Okay, which keyword we should target under this keyword, under this ad group. So these are the best jogging shoes, because I'm adding for running shoes. Like, let me just write it jogging, so you will be better understand this. Okay, I want to only target jogging people, those who are searching for jogging shoes. That is it. Now I'll click on continue. If I want to create, guys, another ad group, suppose one ad group I want to create for jogging people, another ad group I want to create for those people who are into running shoes. They are different, so I can create right here. Okay, it's a side by side process, you have to create it, but as if now I'm just catering to one type of audience, which is for jogging. So I'm going to click on save and continue. Fun fact, now here is the moment of truth. Okay, so it is saying for optional ad performance include this or in headlines. So they're saying that you should, these are the headline, guys. Now we are forming our advertisement. Look closely, this is a very important part of this whole campaign creation, and we are almost done. Okay, 60% things are done. Only few things are done, so make sure you pay attention. Now we are gonna write this headlines. You can write headlines your own, and if you can add this keyword as well, it will be super relevant. As Google said, do it. Okay, so let me just add this. Okay, let me just add this keyword, best jogging shoes. This is the headline, guys. I can add multiple headlines, best jogging shoes, and let me just add my note. Where was my note? Okay, here, and I can add this. Okay, now this will go super big. Best jogging shoes, 25% off. Buy now. Okay, okay, this is going to be my headline like this, and it is exceeding already 30, so I have to make sure it should be under 30 words. 25% off. This is I think best one so far. I have to give another headline. See, the moment you go, it will start checking all the keywords that you're including. It's something similar to your SEO as well. When you write content, you have to make sure that your content consists of keyword as well, target keyword as well. Okay, so something like this. And if someone is for searching for this jogging shoes for men, again add it. Again, you can give some exclusive. Okay, it's already 35% off. You can give it straight. Okay, we don't have any further space, and I'm just creating two headlines as if now. One is this best jogging shoes, 25% off jogging shoes for men. All right, I can add few more stuff. I can give my own headline as well, like this. I can add this. Okay, excluded 25% on shoes, and that is it. I can add a lot of headlines here. Even I do have few one. Let me just add it. Buy sports shoes, buy sports shoes for men. This is again a headline. You're getting it, guys. You are able to see that how I'm creating a headline right now to make it super relevant. Yes, yes or yes.
Yes.
Cool, right? Yes. So let me just write down my description. It should be super important because it makes sense. Okay, here is my description again. I've already copied from somewhere to just show you that how to create a description real quick. So it should consist that what is your shoes is all about. Like I have taken from a few website, and you can see that this Borchmann's Vega Borch running shoes. I'm showing this modern Asians men and all Vega Borch. Like you can add it something, and it should also consist few keywords as well. If you can add it, that will be super good thing again. Like if you can add like it is the best shoes for men in India, manufactured by Indian companies and all. You can give them a little story in the description. that we can learn in the optimization level settings when we see that how to optimize Google Ads. As if now I've just shown you how to create a Google ad. Let me just remove this bar so it will look nice. So what do you think, guys? This ad looks nice, and while you're reading this ad, it looks relevant as well, while as compared to search queries, right? Exclusive 25% off on shoes, jogging shoes for women, sports shoes for men. What do you think? Is it relevant? Is it looking annoying? What do you think?
It's relevant.
Relevant, right? Now you're seeing this ad is getting shape right now on front of your eyes, that how we are creating a search ad on the few queries. Okay, let's go down below and let's click on done. And now our one ad is done. You can create multiple ads like this. Okay, you can create multiple ads like this. And of course, the moment you click here, you'll get more ads. As if now we are going to create one. Click on it. Gonna take some time. And it's saying that one ad has an issue. Okay, let's fix this. What is the issue? Can you tell me what is the issue, guys?
Policy violation.
It's a punctuation and symbol. Must have used, I think, also I haven't used this one. Probably this is okay. Punctuation, where I have used punctuation. Let me see.
I think
here in a description I have used it. Is it clear? No.
I think in the address you should remove.
Yeah. See, over here it's saying that it contains this dot. So these dots are here in this. Actually, it shouldn't consider here. Let me just quickly remove. Okay, let me just remove this part. So it will be super easy to understand. And that is it. Let's see. Save and continue. Checking campaign. Ad has an issue, will prevent showing ad. Okay, one more time. Okay. All right.
Description second line.
There must be some punctuation mistakes here. Okay, let me just remove it. We'll get through this. Save and continue. Sport shoes 1. Okay. And one more thing, guys, if you want to change your display URL, you can change it like jogging. If you want to make it as jogging shoes, you can do it. It is not going to track whether you have created URL similarly or not. That you can do it. It is also, see, the moment I change here, the URL also get changed. So you can do it. It looks nice that because people think that it's a relevant website, it will drive to the right way. Wait a second. It's not about the Firenerd URL.
You can remove the whole description and just add to
Description has lots of full stop, hyphen, and all those.
yes.
I believe so. Yes.
A plain, simple description is expected.
Cool.
So if we want address in the description, we can alternately use this map extension, right?
Yes, you can. It will be there again. I knew that. It is something that you have to change.
I think percentage in that 25% off.
That should not be an issue. Last time when I saw ad, 5%.
Percentage is allowed. Too few elements in the collection. Okay. This is a different error this time. We have.
So description one more.
Yeah. Let me just. Okay, we are on average score. Too few elements. Do you want more? Okay, let me give you one more thing. Shows gives you wings. Okay, fly like a Milkha Singh. Perfect. Now it's supposed to not show errors, but probably due to it showing error, it may show error. But let's see. It should get solved now. I knew it. But we can ignore it, guys. We can ignore it in the sense we can click here as well. There must be an option to do it. There was that option.
I think your URL is some error that is showing red.
Okay, it's my website is not reachable probably. Okay, let me just give some different one, which is let me drive the traffic here. Getshitlink.com. Okay. We have multiple websites, so no problem. This should reachable now and good to go. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now it's time for second one. No traffic expected. You can reach your expanding a location, targeting, changing, addressing. I don't want it. We'll change it later on. Publish it.
I have a small doubt here. When you created the ad, there was ad strength and that was average. So
Average. Yes.
It should be high, average, or what is the case, and how will we optimize?
It should average is fine to test it, but it should be excellent. Always been excellent mode. It will be on only excellent when you use site extensions, when you use multiple headlines. We have just added 3-4 headlines, right, guys? Like, let me just show you. If I click here, we have just added few headlines. There's 3-4 headlines. The moment you add here multiple headlines, see, we have more options in headlines, right? More options. The moment you add the more options and also you start including keyword. See, I have changed my website. Due to the website changing, it has started suggesting my other keywords on the website. Get set link, cross platform. So it is just for an example. The moment you have to give an e-commerce website, it will start picking up keywords from right straight. So it will start showing you results like that. So don't worry about it. Our question is from Manisha is that it is showing poor strength right now. In order to improve it, you have to create multiple headlines and also using the keywords at the same time. Not this keywords, the keywords which we have used, which one above here right now. These are all the keyword here that you're using it. Okay, all these keywords. The moment you did it, then save it and close it. Now come back outside. Here is the status showing pending review. Okay, status is pending review. Ad type is responsive search ad. Now you see your ad groups. If you want to see your keywords, click on here. The moment you click on this, you will see a lot of keywords right here. And the moment will start people click on it, this particular click section will start showing you on which keyword, how many people clicked, and what was the average cost per click you got, what is the CTR you got, what is the conversion you got. Got it? And we haven't set the demographic location much about it, like the age group, what should be the average age and all. Have you noticed that? We haven't set yet. Have you noticed?
Yes, we haven't set it.
Yes. So in order to do that, you have to go this. See, you will forget the way how I done it because it's a little confusing. You have to click on campaign, which is sport shoes. Click on jogging shoes. Okay, on your ad group level setting. Come here, and now this particular option will come, which is age. Under the age, there is already age group defined, which is 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35. Now, as per a requirement, I don't think so. Above 44, like above 55 and 64 people more into sports shoes, right? Less than 44 people into sports shoes. What do you think, guys? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can select all this and disable it, exclude from ad group. So this particular ad group shouldn't consider this ad groups. So it will be excluded. Now this process is done. So only these audiences will get catered or this will not. Simply goes here. If you want to do some gender part, like if you want to do gender controlling and you can adjust bids over here, this is option. If you don't want to show male, you can exclude. If you don't want to show to females, you can exclude. Again, you can do it. If you want to change the household income, you can do it. Google allows you to give you top 10%, those who are earning in a good amount. Top 10 comes in a luxurious brand. 11-20% is also comes on a luxurious brand. And now this whole targeting below 21-30% comes on tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities. So they don't afford much the high valuable stuff. The high valuable stuff's only afforded by uh, 10 top 10% people to top 20% people. So as if now, if your campaign is totally new, don't change anything. In fact, we have changed the age group. It's not recommended to change anything. Let it be on the default mode. Please observe first that what exactly kind of people are coming, then start excluding. All right, so we have few more options. Add locations we can control, add scheduling devices we can have control, right? A lot of stuff. Now let's come back to the overview. This is the particular dashboard of your ad which you have just created. Now you can see your keywords are here, and you're right, there is an ad. Okay, the moment it's go live, you will see start impressions coming, clicks coming, and you start analyzing it now. Now let's have a look on the top. It's showing enabled. Status is enabled. This particular campaign is enabled. Status saying learning. It means Google AI is just on. They are understanding that what kind of people are trying to reach to your website, what kind of people are clicking. This is a optimization score will give. After getting few clicks, Google will give you a score that how you are performing as compared to your competitors. This is all about. All right, this is all about, and there is a lot of things which is need to be discussed again in depth. Okay, I cannot discuss real quick like this because these are really highly informative things you must know. And as if now we have just learned right now how to do keyword research, how to create a search campaign from a basic to advanced, and what kind of a bidding strategy we use, how to decide average cost per click for your maximum click bid strategy. And now we are here with the whole campaign and the location based targeting, everything pretty sorted, right? And let me know if you are clear right now with me. Please write CC in the chat if you are clear. CC, right? And I hope this particular thing would be for someone for mind opening and maybe from super clarity way, because I have shown you the best possible simple way to execute a search based campaign with a lot of examples. I could have shown you very straight without some explanation and all, but I tried my best to explain each everything which came in the front, and even we fixed some errors in between the campaign, which was really great. I'm really glad about it that error came, because this same error can faced by you. So you must understand that sometimes a website is not correct. So it is also an error, consider an error instead of just checking your headlines and description. Got it? It's a new learning for again for few of them, and it's something that you practice more, you'll get to know more about it. Okay, cool. So do you have any questions again? And I think we are pretty much it. This is pretty much it about today's session, Google Ads. And trust me, I haven't finished up. I do have a lot of things on my slides to share about today's class, but this particular thing, I didn't know that this will take this long to make you understand that this how things are work. But whatever we have just shared right now together, like I think this was worth it, right? Isn't it? Was it worth it, guys? Let me know, was it worth it or not? Whatever we have spent today, almost 2 hours we have spent from 3 o'clock. It's almost 5 o'clock right now. It's one of the biggest class we did, right? So I think this was pretty intense. Cool. Yes. So it is one of the best intense class I ever had, because when I talk about the Google Ads, I can go keep on and on without resting and all. And trust me, we have a lot of things to cover. We even haven't finished yet. I'm glad about it that I have able to finish up keyword research today. So at least you can start doing keyword research. So if you're thinking that to do keyword research, is it required to use campaign setting and all? No, it's not required. You can simply create a Google Ad account, and under Google Ad account, under the settings, you can find keywords planner. This is for free of cost. There is no charges. You can go and do a search analysis as well for your SEO blogs. Even you are working for getsettling.com, you can go ahead and search SaaS product as a deep link and all. You will find a lot of keywords. Those who are asking what kind of keywords we should use, you can use this keyword planner, and you can see what kind of average searches are there. According to that, you can take your call. So it is something that mind opening for many of you. Cool. And I think that is it, guys, today for it.